Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner is a New York Jet!
Swaggy Sauce Gardner.
I love Sauce. I love his tape. I love his press technique. I love his confidence. He has everything you want to see in the position. And I think Robert Saleh and this scheme is perfect. It's a hand-in-glove fit for him, man.
Garrett Wilson.
It's Garrett Wilson! The New York Jets have just got two big-time playmakers!
I believe that Garrett Wilson is going to be the most impactful rookie receiver in this class. And I think we see Zach Wilson play like he did the last 6 games of the year, times 10, and have a phenomenal second season.
Wow, you think? Yeah! Yeah! Let's Jermaine Johnson!
Brees Hall, running back, Iowa State.
Brees Hall, oh my God, they got him! They went offense. They went with the best running back in the draft. Jeremy Rucker, oh my God! The Long Island native is a New York Jet!
J-E-T-S, Jet! Let's go!
Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Good morning, and today we will be breaking down the Jets stock report, who is trending up and who is trending down after week number 3 in the NFL with the Jets' performance against the Cincinnati Bengals. If you guys are not aware, this is a weekly segment here on Jets Media where every single Tuesday we talk about who is playing good football that Jets fans should be excited about and is trending in the right direction, and then who's not playing so good football, including the coaching staff that is not trending in the right direction. Is there reasons for concern? Are there players that really need to get their stuff together? Why are they struggling? So we're going to break that all down in today's live stream. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. If you guys are not already, smash that thumbs up button, whether you're watching this live or you're watching a replay. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in to another Jets Media stock report. So shout out to everybody in the chat. What's good? Ness, all gas, no break. What's up? What's up? William, what's up, man? What's up? So I hope you guys are enjoying your morning. This is going to be a nice little live stream here. Before we get into it, I just want to talk about quickly the Jets news yesterday that we have signed tackle Mike Remmers to the practice squad, who's expected to be on the active roster. This is a really big move for the Jets simply because we are banged up at the tackle position where George Fant's knee injuries seem to be looming. Connor McDermott seems to be, unfortunately, potentially starting at left tackle this week because they want to give George Fant a week off. We still don't know when Dwayne Brown's coming back. According to Robert Saleh, Brown will be returning to the practice field after this week because he'll be eligible to come off the IR. And it's just not good news about the offensive tackle depth. But the good news is the Jets bring in a veteran of Mike Remmers, who's been in the league for quite some time, has a lot of experience underneath his belt at both right tackle and left tackle. So definitely some good news for the New York Jets. You already know we got the coffee today. We got the nice Mets mug because we're in a deep pennant race, baby. You already know the coffee is always daily, baby. So let's get right into it, guys. I want to get into who is trending up for the New York Jets and who's trending down. And, of course, I want to hear from you guys in the chat of some players that I did not bring up and some players that you feel like are trending in the wrong direction and players that you're trending in the right direction. So please let me know your thoughts in the live chat. And, of course, hit that like button if you're not already. Shout out to Andrew. I greatly appreciate that. So the sponsor of this segment is Mojo. If you guys are not aware what Mojo is, I'm sure you are by now. They are a brand new app that launched last week that is a sports stock market. So let's get into the stock report over here on Mojo. So right now, these 3 players are trending down after week number 3 in the NFL, which is kind of curious to me. Garrett Wilson's stock dropped, not that much, by 1.98%, just under 2%. I don't know why his stock is falling on Mojo, because I feel like Garrett Wilson, he had 6 catches, he had 60 yards. I know that he got hurt, but he came back. So now's the time to invest in Garrett Wilson. If I'm anybody that has Mojo and you live in the state of New Jersey, I would download Mojo right now and buy Garrett Wilson, because I think his value is going to be skyrocketed at least $17 or more by the end of week number 6 or week number 7, because I really feel like with the return of Zach Wilson, Garrett Wilson's stock is just going to rise and rise. So you want to invest in him now. Elijah Moore, his stock is definitely going to keep plummeting because the Jets have not really found the rhythm of Elijah Moore just yet. Really frustrating. I saw a stat that Elijah Moore has the most yards in terms of route running when the ball's not thrown his way. That means that Elijah Moore is running the most routes when the ball's not going in his direction. He's open, but the ball's not finding him. For whatever reason, the Jets try to target him when he's not open. Doesn't make any sense. And then Michael Carter, he's trending down because it seems like Breece Hall is definitely trending in the right direction, and that's where you see the three guys that are trending up on the Mojo stock market. Tyler Conklin is the resurgence of the Mojo stock market. We're going to get deeper into Tyler Conklin in the rest of the stream, but Tyler Conklin has definitely stepped up as the number one Jets tight end so far this season. I feel like, he's coming off a performance, 8 catches, over 80 yards. He's the third-ranked tight end in fantasy football, which is crazy. So Tyler Conklin at only $3.83, this is a steal because I feel like he has emerged as the number one tight end for this Jets offense. Breece Hall is also trending in the right direction at $10 a share. He's coming off another big-time performance. I would like to see Breece Hall get the ball more in the run game instead of just targeting him in the passing game, because I feel like the Jets have yet to really form their identity in terms of running the football. So I would love to see Breece Hall get the ball more in the run game, because then his stock is going to continue to rise. And then Zach Wilson, his stock rose a little bit after the news that he will be potentially returning this Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So if you guys believe that Zach Wilson is the guy and you think that he's going to be playing good football when he returns, now's the time to invest in him, because we have not seen Zach Wilson yet. You know that if Zach Wilson plays good football, this is just going to rise and rise and rise. So make sure you guys download Mojo, the brand new sports stock market. If you're in New Jersey, you're eligible to start trading immediately. And don't forget, you can also short stocks as well if you guys want. If you want to bet against a player, and again, there's other guys outside of Jets players that you can invest in. Obviously, they're all quarterbacks and playmakers from other teams. But these are the 6 guys I wanted to highlight the most on Mojo to really talk about who is really trending in the right direction, who's trending in the wrong direction. I do feel like it's a little miscued seeing Garrett Wilson trending down. Not really too sure about that. So that's why I'm saying, guys, invest in Garrett Wilson right now, because Garrett Wilson, for some reason, is trending down on the Mojo stock market. So now's the time to invest. So shout out to Mojo. Definitely have a brilliant idea with their app, developing a brand new sports stock market. If you guys want to download that app, that is down below in the description. You can get up to $10,000 of bet money over there on Mojo if you click the link down below in the description. So shout out to Mojo once again. Now let's get into the rest of the stock report. So let's talk about who's trending in the wrong direction first, because that's definitely what it seems like. The Jets are 1-2. The Jets are not doing anything positive, it seems. So who's trending down? These are the players I have listed who's trending in the wrong direction. So let me know in the chat if you guys have anybody that you feel like should be added to this list. We're going to go one by one and break it down. So the first one is Joe Flacco. The good news is Joe Flacco will not be playing for the Jets anymore this season unless Zach Wilson gets hurt again, which hopefully that does not happen. Hopefully Zach Wilson gets cleared and Joe Flacco will be on the bench for the rest of the year. So guys, please do me a favor and hit that like button if you did not already. We only have a few likes on the stream so far, 16 likes. So please do me a favor and hit that like button if you did not already. Really do appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into the stream, of course. So on the stock down, Joe Flacco, not really going to talk about him too much because his future on this team is not that good. And he's coming off a really bad performance, the worst ranked quarterback in the NFL last week. George Fant. Now, George Fant, this is kind of concerning because George Fant is not doing anything good so far this season. And I do think his injury over the offseason has a lot to do with it. I do feel like his knee procedure is not helping out this case. But listen, George Fant has been looking bad this year. And it's concerning because of his injury. It's concerning because of what we saw last year from George Fant being like one of the biggest revelations of this Jets team last year, going to the left tackle spot, being able to protect the blind spot beautifully. And now George Fant looks like a liability over there at left tackle. I do feel like his injury is a big reason for this. When you have a left knee injury and you're playing left tackle, that's your plant leg. You're always going to be, susceptible to, pass rushers like Trey Hendrickson, who got the best of George Fant. So definitely not good news of George Fant. He could potentially be out this year. This week, because the Jets want to give him an opportunity to heal that knee, because it's not like he got injured or anything. It's been that knee that he got worked on over the offseason, it's been lingering and lingering and lingering. So really disappointing stuff from George Fant. Connor McGovern, he's been trending down all season. He's definitely the worst offensive lineman on this team. He's playing just bad football, and I feel like it's obvious that the Jets need to get an upgrade at the center position this offseason. Nothing really else to say about that. Really disappointing stuff from Connor McGovern. Really hope that he can, get his head in the game, because when you're the center, you should be that leader of that offensive line, and he has not stepped up to the occasion. I hear some people saying CJ Mosley should be on this list and Carl Lawson should be on this list. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. I was thinking of adding Carl Lawson, but it's really weird because you look at the numbers in terms of his pressure percentage and his win percentage, like it's there, he's getting home, but when you're watching the games, it doesn't really feel like his presence is being felt. So that's why I left Carl Lawson's name off of here. And I guess you can add CJ Mosley because, he's the leader of this defense. And when you're the last ranked defense, you are, and you're the captain and you're the middle linebacker, you have to be talked about. So you can definitely add CJ Mosley if you want. Now, the next two guys are the two starting safeties, LaMarcus Joyner and Jordan Whitehead. Both of these guys have been playing really bad football, like both of them in their own ways. LaMarcus Joyner with the miscommunication. We saw, in the red zone when that Jamar Chase got in the end zone. Joyner goes up there. He's talking to Sauce and Quincy Williams, and the ball snapped, and then Joyner goes to the other side. We don't really know what exactly happened, but the miscommunication is a big issue. And my biggest problem with Joyner is his role on this defense, according to Saleh in training camp, is that he's a veteran and he's going to be that communication guy. He's going to be making sure that the secondary is on the same page, and that has not been the case. The secondary has so many miscommunications. It's really, really disappointing and really scary, to be honest. So LaMarcus Joyner's not trending in the right direction. Same with Jordan Whitehead. Jordan Whitehead had a really crucial missed tackle that gave up that Tyler Boyd explosive touchdown that really hurt this team. Whitehead has not looked good in coverage. Whitehead is supposed to be that guy that's, that downhill safety, that hard hitter, wrapping people up. The fact that he can't even tackle in the open field is definitely concerning. So the two safeties are a big concern right now for the New York Jets. I feel like I think I saw a stat, the quarterback passer rating when targeting Jordan Whitehead is perfect with a 153.8. So definitely not a good sign for the two brand new safeties for the New York Jets. And then Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator, the Jets are ranked last in DVOA, which is really disappointing because we were just there, right there last year. So Jeff Ulbrich, his seat is getting red hot. Now, Jets fans are losing patience with Jeff Ulbrich. Jets fans are losing patience with even Robert Saleh. Now, this defense, it seems like it's not playing at their full potential. I feel like Jets fans love the talent on paper. I personally do. I feel like, why is this Jets defensive front not getting to the quarterback? It makes no sense. They have the talent. You see the revamped secondary. You see the revamped defensive line. You add a healthy Carl Lawson. You add Jermaine Johnson. You get Clemens in the building. You get Martin. You have Quinnen, and they're still not getting consistent edge pressure. And I feel like Jeff Ulbrich has a lot to do with this. Jeff Ulbrich needs to get his shit together because he is not trending in the right direction at all. Now, the final two players are two veterans that have boneheaded penalties, and which is why they're on this list. Corey Davis with a terrible, terrible, terrible unnecessary roughness call late in the game in the red zone. Makes no sense. John Franklin Myers with a bad penalty on Joe Burrow as well that cost them the game. Both of these guys have crucial penalties at different times of the game that really impacted the whole outlook of this game, in my opinion. John Franklin Myers, it was third down. He had no reason to put his hands on Joe Burrow, and they get a penalty. They get the first down. Next play is an explosive play, and the Bengals go up big. Corey Davis, the Jets actually have a chance to make this a one-score game early in the fourth quarter, and instead of being 3rd and 6 in the red zone, it turns into 3rd and 21. And Corey Davis, I do not know how that is possible. I would like to see the Jets coaching staff hold these players a little more accountable, but we do not see that just yet. So that's definitely a bit concerning. So these are the people that I have trending in the wrong direction on the New York Jets. Let me know if there's anybody else that you feel like should be added to this. I know that I saw Carl Lawson and CJ Mosley's name in the chat. So let me know if there's anybody else that you feel like should be added to the trending down list. So before we get into the trending up list and get into some positive energy, please, guys, hit that like button if you're not already. We only have 20 likes. So please make sure you hit that like button. Really do appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into the chat. So listen, man, definitely not what you want to see from all these guys, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel. Here are the people that I have trending in the right direction, We got Garrett Wilson, who has been the star of the season so far. Garrett Wilson has definitely stepped up and proved to be why he was the 10th overall pick. He's proven to be one of the best rookie receivers in the NFL. He had 6 receptions for 60 yards last Sunday. He got banged up, but he returned to action, showed that toughness factor, showed that resiliency factor. Love to see everything from Garrett Wilson. He shows the quickness, the athleticism, the ability to separate, the hands, the agility, everything about Garrett Wilson you can rave about. So I think Garrett Wilson's stock is rising. It's exploding. That is the one guy on this team that should get a lot of Jets fans excited for the future. Now, DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner, they are looking really good on the perimeter. The mishaps of this defense has not been the corners. It's been the safeties, and it's been the pass rush, and maybe even the linebackers. So the corners have been doing their job. Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed are trending in the right direction. They're playing great football, and I absolutely love what we're seeing, especially from Sauce Gardner. He steps up to the plate, absolutely locks down Jamar Chase. I know Jamar Chase got in the end zone, but there was multiple times when Sauce Gardner was covering Jamar Chase where Joe Burrow couldn't even target him because he was blanketing him. And the one target that Joe Burrow had when Sauce Gardner was covering Jamar Chase was that bomb, and Sauce Gardner got that PBU. Sauce also had a really crucial PBU on 3rd down. So I feel like Sauce Gardner is trending up. He is stepping up at that 4th overall pick. You'd love to see that. And of course, DJ Reed, I love his veteran leadership off the field, holding the players accountable and the coaching staff. You love what DJ Reed is doing, not only on the field, but off the field. And of course, you cannot really forget about what he's doing on the field because he's locking down his side of the field. He's getting his nose dirty, tackling people, hitting people hard. So DJ Reed is doing his job. Elijah Vera Tucker, he has definitely looked like the best offensive lineman for this Jets team this year at that right guard spot. It does not seem like he is missing a step transitioning from left guard to right guard. So definitely shout out to Elijah Vera Tucker. He is graded as one of the best guards in football in the run game. So AVT is definitely looking like a gem of a player for this offensive line to build around. And you're right. I saw somebody say you can add Max Mitchell to this list, and you are 100% correct. I'm going to add Max Mitchell because based on what we've seen from Max Mitchell in his first 3 games of his career in as a 4th-round rookie, he deserves love because he has not been perfect. He has not been, the best tackle in football. But Max Mitchell next to AVT, that right side has not been an issue. It's been the left side. It's been George Fant. It's been Connor McDermott. It's been Connor McGovern. Even Lincoln Tomlinson's been struggling just a little bit. So you add Max Mitchell to this list because based on the expectations for a 4th-round rookie, he's been stepping up to the plate and been doing his job. So shout out to Max Mitchell. Shout out to Elijah Vera Tucker, the 2 young offensive linemen on this team that definitely looks like could be cornerstones of this offensive line. And then getting back to the defensive side of the ball real quick, Quinnen Williams is playing like one of the best interior defensive linemen in the NFL. He had a sack on Sunday. He challenged his defensive line coach to continuously stick to the scheme, and he answered the bell by getting a sack. And listen, it's frustrating because at the level Quinnen Williams is playing, if only we had true edge presence right now, which we have on paper, but they're not performing, we should see Quinnen Williams' game go to another level when there's edge presence and it forces the quarterback to step up into the pocket where Quinnen would be. So Quinnen is doing his job. Quinnen Williams is stepping up. He's challenging the coaching staff. He's making his voice heard. He's really playing with a sense of urgency here. And I feel like Quinnen Williams is playing great. And honestly, you could add Quincy Williams to this, and I forgot to add him because he got hurt. So I'm going to add Quincy because Quincy Williams was probably one of the only guys on that defense that was that stepped up on Sunday. It's really unfortunate that he went down with an injury, but the good news is it is not a broken ankle. It is just a sprained ankle. So luckily, Quincy Williams will be returning at some point this season. He'll be out for a couple weeks for sure. But Quincy Williams deserves love, man. He's been violent. He's been physical. He's been fast. On Sunday, he was all over the place, making really good plays, really good reads, and I love everything about Quincy Williams. We know that he's a raw product. We know that he's an athlete that needs to get more disciplined, but he's developing before our eyes. Very unfortunate that he had to go down with an injury, but good news is that he is not going to be out for the rest of the season, as some people feared. I did when the cart got out to him. Now, the final 2 players are guys on the offensive side of the ball. Tyler Conklin is a guy that is being slept on by Jets fans. I know that you can say, oh, well, Richie, a lot of his yards are in garbage time. It doesn't really matter. You know what? When the Jets have a tight end right now, He had 8 targets, 8 catches, 80-plus yards. I don't care when it comes in the game. The fact is that the Jets have a serious tight end right now. He's the 3rd-ranked tight end in fantasy football. He's becoming a reliable outlet for this quarterback, for whoever the quarterback's going to be, hopefully Zach Wilson this week, on 3rd down. And he's becoming a reliable option, a safety blanket for this Jets offense. The Jets have not had a true tight end in so long, since Dustin Keller. So whether it's in garbage time or not, I think that this is a positive sign that Tyler Conklin is playing good football, putting up decent numbers for this Jets team. I mean, hell, he's the 3rd-ranked tight end in football in fantasy. That's ridiculous. It does not look like that because he's not really making plays when it matters the most. But I do feel like when Zach Wilson returns, Tyler Conklin's going to continue this type of play because Zach Wilson's favorite target all throughout training camp before he got hurt was indeed Tyler Conklin. So shout out to Tyler Conklin, definitely stepping up and proving to be the #1 tight end for sure. And then Breece Hall is the final guy. He's a rookie. He hasn't had the perfect rookie season, but he's definitely answering everything you'd want to see. You know, he's getting targeted a little too much in the pass game for me. 6 receptions for like 50 yards. He had like 10 targets. I want to see him get the ball more in the run game because when you see the ball in his hands, he's averaging well around 5 yards per carry. You cannot ask for a better running back stat right there, averaging 5 yards per carry. So Breece Hall is definitely trending in the right direction. You could add Michael Carter to this, but he hasn't really had anything crazy to talk about, so I'm not going to add Michael Carter just for shits and giggles. Breece Hall is definitely looking like a guy that deserves to be on the field more, deserves to have the ball in his hand more outside of the passing game. You got to run the football, and I think a big issue with that is the defense giving up 7 points and this offense playing from behind so much where they're relying on the passing game, relying on throwing the ball a little too much for my liking. So this is my list of the guys trending up. Let's hope that Zach Wilson adds to this list after he returns because that's really what this team is all about and the season is all about. So if you guys have anybody else that I should add to this list that you feel like deserves, you can even say Jermaine Johnson's trending in the right direction. He had a big game on Sunday, not really against the quarterback in terms of pass rush, but against the run. Jermaine Johnson had a phenomenal day. He was graded as the highest player on the Jets defense on Sunday, actually, because he was a player that was a beast. Now, a big thing that I do want to mention that is driving me crazy that I know a lot of Jets fans are talking about on Twitter and stuff is the Jets defensive line rotation. Quinnen Williams only playing like 50 or 60% of the snaps when he's our best player. Really frustrating stuff right there because this Jets defensive coaching staff really thinks that the rotation is going to be helpful, which has not proved to be the truth. The rotation's not working. I don't know what needs to happen, but Jeff Ulbrich, the D-line coach, Saleh, something needs to give because we're going up against a very bad Steelers offense and Mitch Trubisky. This could be the time where the defense really turns the corner, and I feel like that could be a really big issue if the Jets do not get this defense on track against a struggling Steelers offense, because then we are back home against the division red-hot Miami Dolphins, a game that I will be at for Jets Media Day. By the way, I do have 1 ticket left for Jets Media Day. If anybody wants to come, shoot me a DM, and I can give you more details on that. Stock up. John, thank you so much for reminding me. I actually was thinking of adding him, and I completely forgot. Greg Zuerlein deserves the love. I'm adding Greg the Leg to this, and you can even add Braden Mann based on what he's been doing after that week 1 nightmare. So Greg the Leg and Braden Mann are definitely deserves to be on this list. Shout out to John in the chat. I'll see you tonight, my guy. Listen, man, Greg Zuerlein, I know that Jets fans don't want to hear this because we want touchdowns, and I want touchdowns too, but he had multiple 50-yard bombs, 40-yard bombs. He scored all 12 points for the Jets, 4 for 4 from the field goal range. That's all you can ask for your kicker. So shout out to Greg Zuerlein because the Jets have had multiple kicking woes, and hopefully Greg Zuerlein can be that solution for the Jets. And then Braden Mann at special teams, he's been doing his job. He's been doing great punts. He's coming off special teams player of the week in week number 2. In week number 3, didn't have a great day, but he did not have a bad day. And all you want from your punter is to not have a bad day because that's really, really crucial. King Jamie with the donation. Thank you, man. You guys can beat the Steelers. I sure hope so. Because this really could get this Jets team back in if we were 2-2, we're okay, guys. That's why I don't feel like the sky's falling. I said going into the season, if we can start the season off 2-2 through the AFC North, I like our chances for the rest of the season. So thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Jets Forever joins, says stock down. The fan season is not over, far from it. Listen, man, the one thing I've noticed about Jets fans after being really involved in the Jets fan base for the past couple of years, being a Jets content creator, is when we win, we are on top of the world. We are going to go to the playoffs. We are going to win every single game. And when we lose, fire everybody. The Jets suck. Why am I a fan of this team? It's to the extreme of one way or the other. There's no middle ground. There's no like woohoo if we win, and there's no boohoo if we lose. It's let's go if we win, and if we lose, it's like get everybody off this team. Everybody sucks. Fire Douglas. Fire Saleh. Sell the team. That's basically the reality of the Jets fan base. That's what I've learned, and I'm here to try to be that middle ground and try to ease our way. When we win, I'm not too high. When we lose, I'm not too low. But I'm definitely going to be as realistic as I possibly can here on this video. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Stock up. Garrett Wilson looking like a superstar. DJ Reed, Sauce Gardner looking like really good corners. AVT, Max Mitchell, the two bright spots of this offensive line. The Williams brothers looking really good. Hopefully Quincy Williams can bounce back after that injury. Tyler Conklin, he is ranked as the third best tight end in fantasy football. He's coming off an 8-target, 8-catch, 84-yard game. Definitely feel like Tyler Conklin is stepping up. He's putting up the best numbers that the Jets have seen at the tight end position in a decade. So shout out to Tyler Conklin. Breece Hall is definitely stepping up as the rookie running back. And then the two special teams guys and Greg Zuerlein and Braden Mann deserve some love, of course. So shout out to everybody that is trending up in this segment. Now, we'll talk about the people trending down one more time because that's more important. Joe Flacco, Fant, Connor McGovern, Joyner, Whitehead, Ulbrich, Corey Davis, and John Franklin Myers. These guys need to step up if we want to make any type of noise for the rest of the season. So, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this segment. This is going to be a weekly thing on this channel every single Tuesday, talking about who's trending up on the market, who's trending down, who needs to play better, who needs to continue to play better. I feel like this Jets team is young and they're inexperienced, but we do have veterans that hopefully can get this team trending in the right direction. I have not lost faith in this team just yet. I know a lot of Jets fans are feeling like the sky's falling and we're all done and everybody needs to be fired, but I'm not there just yet. I feel like this Jets team has a lot to work on, and we have a beatable Steelers team on Sunday. So hopefully we can really get the job done, and Zach Wilson will be announced as the starting quarterback either today or tomorrow, because that's definitely what we want to see, because he's the key to this entire thing, man. If Zach Wilson returns and he's looking like a quarterback that was the second overall pick, all of a sudden Jets fans are on cloud nine. Jets fans are excited, and Jets fans are looking really good with a smile on their face. So, guys, please do me a favor. Hit that like button if you did not already. I greatly, greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into the stream. Only 35 likes with 82 people watching live. So if you did not already, hit that like button on your way into the stream as well. And if you're watching on replay, leave a comment down below. I really do appreciate you guys big time. So yeah, that's going to wrap up the stream. Expect this stuff weekly. Tomorrow, we're going to be watching the game together on the film breakdown segment where we go into the all 22 NFL plus film room and really talk about what went wrong on defense, what went wrong on offense. How did this Jets team not come away with that victory? What went wrong? We're going to get deeper into the film tomorrow in the morning. So let me know your thoughts about that. Really do appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into the stream. Oh, man. A lot of things need to be cleaned up. Jets fans, I love you, but relax. Everything's going to be okay. I know that we want to fire everybody right now, but it's not going to happen. I still have faith in this offense. I still have faith in this defense. I still have faith in this coaching staff. But the reality is they got to prove themselves before they get the ability for everybody to really, the whole fan base to buy in. I am not expecting this fan base to just blindly buy into this regime until they prove it, but don't make it seem like it's over before it's over. That's what I'm trying to say. That's my biggest point. Don't make it seem like the sky's falling. The sky's not falling. We're 1-2, potentially could be 2-2. And let's hope that Zach Wilson returns and he looks like the quarterback that we are all excited for. Please, Zach Wilson, we need you to look like a dog. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the stream. We're going to keep this one short for a half hour. I appreciate you guys. Let's go Jets. See you guys tomorrow.